I don't think there's any surprise to anyone out there, but Aussie families are spending an extra $3,000 on grocery every year. That is according to new research, with the cost of supermarket staples surging by 30% since Anthony Albanese became Prime Minister.
Let's get today's take on this with commentator Shelley Horton and journalist John Mangos. Morning to you both. Shelley, I'll go to you first. An extra $3,000 a year. I mean, no wonder everyone is feeling the pinch right now.
Oh, absolutely. It is absolutely the one thing that everyone has to do, and that's put food on the table, and it's just getting more and more expensive. Look, I think we need to be really smart with our shopping. I do things like I'm with a certain supermarket that has pet insurance, so I get 10% off one shop every month. So I do things like that. I look for specials, I shop around, and I just make sure that, you know, buy the misshapen fruit or veggies because they're cheaper. So it's up to us to make a difference, but it's also a big cry. The politicians right now, we're like, this needs to be fixed.
It does. I mean, if you just try to buy a bottle of olive oil, it's going to set you back. It's so expensive. John, so tell me, from a government perspective, what should they be doing? We've got a budget coming up soon.
Yep.
We've got an election coming up even sooner.
Yep.
What can the government do to stop this?
Well, they've really got to look at doing something, because a research that I've seen shows that the cost of living is going to be the primary driver in this upcoming election. So they're going to cop it at the ballot box. There's no question about that. Not saying they'll lose, but they're going to cop it at the ballot box, right? What should they be doing? Maybe looking at tax breaks, maybe looking at the sorts of things that'll bring that cost of living down, because it's killing people.
Yeah.
It's killing families. It's just making life too tough.
It is so challenging. So we'll see what the budget brings when Jim Chalmers steps up with all of those.
They've got to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Election sweeteners,
Yeah.
I think they'll probably be. Let's see if there is a rabbit in that.
How much rabbits cost now?
Through the roof.
Unbelievable that you didn't offer
Speaking
that
of
up.
the election, though, the Greens have announced a bold new plan to shore up votes, pushing for a 4-day work week. Now, Shell, Aussies would work 80% of their hours at 100% pay. Great in theory. What about in reality?
Okay, you know what? That sounds crazy, but I've actually done the research and looked overseas, and it's working overseas. And it's been working for years. So back in 2019, Microsoft introduced it in Japan. And not only did they have an increase in happiness and retention of staff, but they actually had a 40% increase in productivity. Now, the reason for that is the workers knew they had a certain amount of time to get everything done. So there was less coffee breaks, less chatting to other people, less meetings that could have been an email, you know, all of that sort of thing. And then the other thing is I found a study from the UK that showed that a 4-day week meant that more men were home parenting the children and looking after the kids. So that was 27% of men actually took part in child rearing at home so the mother could work. I can see the benefits.
All right, John,
Yep.
do you think, obviously there's some benefits there that Shelley's talked about.
Yes.
Do you think businesses here in Australia will actually adopt any of that?
Absolutely not. And that's so great to be back on with Shelley and disagreeing with her once again.
Bring it on, John.
This to me is nothing more than an election stunt to buy some cheap votes by the Greens, who we all know have lost ground to the Teals. And they need to buy some cheap votes, and this is their way of doing it, by saying to people, look, we'll try and reduce your work week down. All it's going to do is drive productivity overseas, because it's going to make things even more expensive locally. So, yeah, there might be all the nice lifestyle things that Shelley talked about. But at the end, you know, we've just talked about the cost of living.
Yeah.
All it's going to do is push it up again. So it's an election stunt. I don't
I
know.
I reckon it'll win them a few votes.
I reckon if I was a Teal, I'd take a few leaves and just have a cheeky go at it.
Yeah, a cheeky go. OK, stay with us, guys. When we come back, faking your own proposal, the couple dividing opinion after pretending to get engaged in order to get free drinks. Smart thinking or poor form? We weigh in right after this. Well, we all love a good deal, but how far would you go to get one? A couple visiting Hawaii has caused quite the stir, revealing they staged a fake proposal to get free drinks at a restaurant. Committed too.
It's pretty good. Shelley and John are here to discuss this. Shell, what do you think? Would you ever do this? I mean, I'm like,
No.
get your free drink.
No, 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 no. And you know that actually I saw that and my heart filled up and I'm like, I have seen people propose in restaurants and I get teary for them.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to be questioning them and going, is that real? Is that fake? Are they just trying to get free drinks? No, I am dead against it. Dead against it.
Okay, yeah, well, some people are calling that straight up theft, John.
Well, it is. And finally, Shelley and I agree on something.
Wait, you haven't ever pretended,
Like it's someone's
that
birthday.
it's your birthday at the restaurant just to get a little
Never.
dessert or something?
It's nothing short of theft. Now, if it really is your birthday, fabulous. You know, and the restaurant will always do the right thing. Or if you have proposed,
They don't know. They don't check your birthday.
well, you know, a bit of
Ask for
honesty.
your license.
A bit of
Yeah.
honesty. No, this is it's not on. It's
a
bad
The only
form.
thing I have
Go on.
done is Darren hates, my husband hates any attention. And so I have actually said it was his birthday so that they would come out and sing happy birthday. I didn't get anything free, but just the humiliation, he wanted to die. So
Nothing
there's a
better
little
being-
bit of that.
Being with somebody who hates attention is the greatest.
It's the best. Yeah, I married one of them too.
Outgoing people like
Yeah.
All right, you two. Well, then that's it. You don't get any free stuff from us. Sorry.
Well, next time Shelley and I dine together, I'll buy her a drink. Okay?
Perfect. No freebies from us.
That's it. By the way, he just said he's going to buy you dinner, Shelley. Just thought had that on record.
Yeah, just
yeah.
a drink. Yeah.
We'll clip it up and send it to you for proof. Thank
See
you
you too.
both. Still to come on Today Extra.